Hello guys, welcome to this new video I'm making on it's a voiceover. So this is going to be me showing off my theme park Tycoon 2 park. First off, there's a monorail right here. Then there's the money farm. I don't even know why this is here anymore. I'm making enough money to not need it. I should just delete it and put a new ride there. Then here's a museum I built, like kind of showing off concept and defunct rides. You can pause, there's a couple there. Yes, you can post. Yeah, so next off, there's the top spin I have. It has a very epic name. I named it Top Spin Dragster after Top Thrill Dragster. This was before Top Thrill 2 opened. There's the monorail like there. That's pretty old. I haven't even changed. Then there's Top Spin Dragster, but worse. Then here's one of the newer coasters. It's named Zero Fighter Typhoon. Named after the plane. Originally, it was meant to be a Eurofighter and a clone of Takabisha and TMNT Shell Racer. You can see the resemblance when you get to POV. Right here, I didn't even get to ride it because it just started the thing. Yeah, I spent like a few months on this. It was very unnecessary. It's pretty rough. Then here's RMC. I forgot the name of this. Like I said, I'm doing a voiceover. It has a launched lift hill, like Lightning Rod had. It's unrealistic, and there's a few potholes in the layout. Like no RMC would just have an Immelman and a corkscrew. That was a pretty rough corkscrew. Not rough. It just had a few potholes. That's a drop. Yeah, I don't even like myself. And then there's a really rough spot right there. The brakes don't even work that well. I'm gonna redo a bit of it soon. Then I realized that I had this ride's name spelled wrong. This is like one of the newer areas. I don't even like that much. It replaced the steeplechase coaster. There's Gravitron, a very cool ride. Love Gravitrons. Then there's this Wild Mouse coaster inspired by Gerslauer bobslides. I don't like this at all. It's a lot of it is basic editor. I just use this to really keep the coaster count in the park the same. At the end, it even clips through one of the fences. About here, yeah. I don't even know why there's a fence. There's a monorail right there. I built it for better access to that thing. It already went through it. Then I just built a station right there. This is the magic carpet ride. It replaced the pirate ship ride. Monster coaster. Oh no. This is really rough, really unoriginal, and even if it's unoriginal, it's still unrealistic. This was one of the first coasters. It's sort of inspired by Skyrocket 2. Keep in mind, this was before I even went on one of the Skyrocket 2s. They're really good rides if they don't have the comfort colors, but yeah. A few cheats just from that. Now we just have to wait for it. There's a not even like cool swing launch. It doesn't even make sense. Like IRL, they start off launching forward. It wasn't even really like a swing launch. That was like, oh yeah, and I forgot to toggle the camera. This is a cool hang time moment. It's the only cool part of the ride. I have wrote this like 300 times in game because there's a mission which needs you to do X amount of inversions in the park. Nowadays I of course have Eurofighter which goes upside down 10 times, so I just do that one time and I get the entire quest done. Yeah, you can see how fast it is right here, and it just comes to a sudden stop. Also the turns that would like kill you immediately. Then there's the spinning coaster. This is just a blueprint, so I'm not gonna show the POV. It has the Intamin trains. Yeah, it's a newer path I built. It's named after the first person who was on it. Then there's a metro network that I'm kind of working on, and one of those screaming swings. Yeah, there's an old topple tower. I don't even know I built the old one. The new one was already released. Most of this land was built when I was in Austria. I'm pretty sure I built this the day I was going to Prater. Wiener. I don't even know how to say it. I don't even like this ride that much. It's a cool water coaster. It looks cool. It has sort of a jet like the game reference. Yeah, it goes really slow because I forgot to turn off the brakes and I completely forgot to do it every time. Forget. And it just like crawls through that before going to a lift. If water coasters could have launches, or I'm not even sure if they can have like. Well, they didn't last time I checked, but last time I checked was when I built that. Here's one of those the boat rides. I don't know. I think this is supposed to be like an Intamin one, like that Oakwood, or for me at the Knott's Farm. Here's a tower coaster. So like the fishhook coaster that was meant to go to the Stratosphere Hotel. I tried to do something like that. I didn't have the Robux to buy the extra height game pass, which I will get sometime. I like this. It took me like 1 hour to get it perfectly. If the brakes were a little bit, made it a little bit faster, it would fly off the edge. I just fell. So then, of course, there's a screaming swing called Hammerhead. Oh, Splash Drop of Doom. When I made it was Poseidon Drop of Doom. I went in Prater, but for some reason kept censoring that name. The duck tower, the double tower used to be here, but it always like went into it, like clipped into the water coaster. Here's a swing ride. The color scheme is inspired by Swingy at the Lin and Mackie. It has a really bad clearance, you can see it. Do not ride this. It's inspired sort of like the Power Park one, where there's a building it goes through, sort of. Here's the newer land. I think I finished this yesterday. Here's a restaurant. It's like basically a town through. You're starting with like a Viking theme. Yeah, I hit those cats, those pumpkin cats around. Here's a balloon ride. Then here's a pretty big building. There's a dark ride, which is not themed at all. Shame. I was supposed to put a clock in that building. And here's the normal. This is a smaller land. There aren't many rides here. Originally these stations were supposed to look like convenience stores. Like you exit and enter. There's 2 stations, of course. They don't even look like this. This one, it's a short ride. I don't even know why it has the second launch. Yeah, it's called Time Traveler, and yeah, when I get enough credits, I will get the neon skin. Like, I think it's inspired by Tron, but it reminds me more of the Volt bike in Jailbreak. This park really does look like a spaghetti park now that I think of. Here's a corkscrew coaster. I was just building this, and then I had a really big hurry. I realized I needed to go somewhere. I just really fast to build it. So I just did something, and it just did something like this. I just started pressing random buttons and clicking things, and eventually it ended up like this. Then I think we're going to see the single rail coaster. You can also see the slingshot in the background there. There's also a naughty jet and a booster. The booster is just a plain one, no reskins. Same thing for the naughty jet. I just added it since it matched the loop. It reminds me of those Schwarzkopf coasters like Olympia looping, and of course the Pell looping, and I cannot speak German. Here I realized that I had missed a couple trees. I put the rock there. I don't even know why. You can see the newer bushes being used. I don't like the newer bush things, and of course trees, they really don't fit in with anything. I don't build hyper realistic work. Yeah, this is I think this is called Cobra's Curse. It's inspired by the PAX made Cobras. That's why it's a single rail. I have had this idea in my brain for so long. It goes through a loop. I sort of extended it. I don't even know what inversion that is. Then there's an Immelman. You can probably guess what's one of my favorite elements. There's some kind of stall and an airtime hill, and then backwards. You know how much I had to resist the urge to put a cobra tail or scorpion tail. I don't even know. That one inversion is pretty rough when it goes backwards. The stall thing. Also the loop at the start, it's pretty fast, but yeah. Then there's the Zamperla. What are they called? Disco coaster. I made it egg themed. Yeah, I saw it at someone else's. Now, well, hopefully see the Eurofighter POV. I'll just say this was built this took 5 months, half a year to build, because I kept changing the plan. Like I said, first it was going to be a Takabisha clone. Then I realized that I was too bad to make the one at the time, and I just started spamming some kind of elements I thought would be cool. And then as I of course got better at making coasters in this game, it I had to start replacing things. So this was originally Heartliner. I didn't even edit it. I don't know what happened. Here, of course, the launch, I think it's into the top hat thing on Takabisha, or is it the General? I don't know. I created a really bad swing launch. Basically, I did this. I realized that it's horrible, and I just said, it works. you can see that the chain lift like breaks through. I think this part would be pretty whippy, like on Blitz coasters, for example. I don't even know what I mean by Blitz coasters. Here, like the junior immelman, and then a beyond vertical drop like at the Mystery Mine at Dollywood. I also don't know what happened to that. That was a lagoon roll, I think, when I first made. This was that was I don't know. This corkscrew, I actually cannot make corkscrews. Every single one. That was pretty smooth. But it took so long to make. There was a little bit of pothole there. This has many launches. Then there's a loop. And we finally get to the main part. Realistically, that would be one of the first things, like, at Slaughter Thorpe Park. It's one of the first things. It has the JoJo rollout. Yeah. Right. Beyond vertical drop. Then here's one of the pre-made elements. Pre-made loop in the pre-made Cobra roll. Or technically not pre-made, but made from the pre-made corkscrew and half loop. I don't even know why there's a launch into the brakes. That's like that one Fabry coaster that everyone hates. Then, let's see. What next? Oh yeah, there's the metro that took a little bit of time. Make her up pretty long. Right, now the lime toaster. Yes, lime toaster. I don't even know what was the original name. Basically this coaster, I hate it so much, but this took so long. The only reason this park is so big is because of this. I spent hours, like an entire week. It was vacation. Like hours a day playing this, grinding 4 stars so I could make. Pretty much this is fully inspired by Green Lantern. In that one Australian park, that's the movie world. I just saw it in a Coaster Studios video. Really original. And at first, well, not at first, when I was making the water area in Austria, I think I had an idea to replace this, or put it in the water area, with a screaming squirrel, like, but not like the normal ones, but like what was it called, Afterburner. So it would be more similar to an L loco like this. When it goes up, there's a pretty big turn. I don't know why. I don't know where I got that. Yeah, it's Green Lantern has been surprisingly one of my bucket list coasters, but mostly just because of this. And of course, in a few years, I'm going to ride Clown of it at Flamingo Land. I've heard that these are pretty bad, and I understand fully it's basically a wild mouse, but combined with an Eurofighter. The pacing is pretty, not the best. Like IRL, also on this coaster. Here you can see that it just collides with the track. Then we have this element. You can already see from the profiling it's going to be horrible. Awesome hang time. Yeah, I don't even know where that chain lift came from. Like, I rode this like minutes. Oh, yeah, there's like a massive pothole there. Yeah, the sort of top hat thing. Well, not the top hat. It's like an outback turn. I don't even know why I said top hat. Yeah, it's just not even banked on this one. Then we're just going to look at this land. It's like oh, here's the station for the old steeplechase coaster. I didn't. It was one of the most popularized. That's actually why I put a station like next to the monster coaster. Yeah. I think I already said. Here you go. Nearly through the path. Every single guest walking on that has to go through the track. Here, the start of the monorail. This was the first station. Is really fast because I wanted people to have the possibility to get away from the start as fast as possible. There's a grey helter-skelter right there. I completely forgot what was the name of it. It was like castle themed or something like that. Now we just have to wait. You can see this turquoise Enterprise, or it's more like cyan. I think that's actually the oldest ride operating in the park. Here's the Viking ship that was replaced by the flying carpet. You can also see the steeplechase coaster and an old Space Rings ride next to this. You can also see that there's not the what was that land? The Maple Town throughout the years area is not there. Like the video showed you. The Enterprise, it was mostly inspired by what was it called? Kehra, Linnaman. That's actually where I first got the colors. If you could change the color of the individual like carriage or passenger thing, it would have actually been like rainbow, like in Lenamäki. So all of the cars are like different colors. Here, the station was built to serve all the guests going to the steeplechase coaster, which, like I said, used to be the most popular ride, or one of the most popular rides, and the spinning coaster, and of course monster coaster. Here, it already went through the station there after I built the land. And yeah, that's it.